Welcome back to Frankly Speaking here on WYDC TV Big Fox. I'm your host, Frank Acom. We are broadcasting from the Hesselson studio, and in that studio this morning from the Elmira Aviators, Cody Murphy and Sean Williams. Thanks so much for being on the show. You're on the team.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Excited to be here.
So tell us a little bit, people that aren't aware, who are the Elmira Aviators?
The Elmira Aviators are a first-year organization in the North American Hockey League. We just began late April. We're a team made up of players from all over North America, and we're an ice hockey team. These players are 17 to 20 years old. This is the junior hockey league, so it's Tier 2 junior hockey. These are some of the best players in all of North America. A lot of these guys will go on to play Division I hockey, at least Division III hockey, and I'd say a fair amount of them will go on to play professional hockey at some very high levels. The league itself has been around for 50 years. It's the oldest league in the United States in junior hockey, so there's a rich tradition, and we're excited to be a part of that.
How long have you been building up the team and getting prepared for, I know tonight's the home opener, you've already had 7 games. How long has practice and that taken?
So there's a lot that's gone into this in a small period of time. The team officially opened end of April, and our beginning and our recruiting really started from there. Sean was one of our earlier players that we brought on board, amongst many others. But yeah, there's been a lot that's gone into it. All summer spent recruiting. With the league, there is a draft, so we first started with tenders. The league gave us some additional tenders to start off the team, which we went to work on as a staff to find the best players possible, and then from there we built out the team from the draft. As being a first-year organization, there's a lot of opportunity. We had some players come to training camp, which was here in Elmira, that made the team as free agents. So it's competitive. It's a great environment, and something that we're all very proud of.
Sure. What's the community support been like? Because for those that don't know, you're starting off in the LeCom Arena, formerly the first arena, and the home opener is tonight. What's the community's position on this been?
It's been very positive.
Great.
It's a great foundation in which we're stepping into. It's a town that's had professional hockey to some sort of capacity for the past 25 seasons. So we're very privileged to step into that. It's a great standard at which we want to make sure that we're taken care of, and the LeCom Event Center is beautiful. I think it's something that's going to really help set us apart. The community outreach has been great. We had an exhibition game and had a really great showing of fans, and it means the world to our players. It means the world to us. We really want to make the city proud.
Well, Sean, I want to get you in on the interview. Tell us a little bit about why you decided to really come to Elmira, play for the Aviators. What's your, your hockey career been like?
So I started my junior career in Dauphin. Then I got traded to Winnipeg Blues, and then I went to Sherwood, and I went to Wayway, and then I've been everywhere. Then I came here, but Cody reached out to my advisor, and just offered a tender, and he looked at me through a video, and just from there, me and Cody had a couple chats, and every time we talked, just grew my interest coming to Elmira. And our last phone call, just I wanted to come here and be a part of this first-year organization, which is kind of rare for a player to be a part of. And I wanted to do that, so I'm excited. That's
got to be exciting. Help build the team, right? Really from scratch.
Yeah.
So you said you've been all over. Is that typical to travel that much?
Not really, but yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
How does Elmira stack up to every place else?
The arena,
that's a tough one.
You
got to be careful.
It's the best.
Yeah. The arena is the best. The coaching staff's the best, and the players are the best.
Now, what position do you play?
Left wing.
Okay, how long have you been playing your whole life?
Since I was 4 or 5.
Oh wow. Yeah. What's your next goal?
So I'm going to college next year for Robert Morris. So play Division I next year, and then see what happens from there.
Yeah. How's the team look?
It looks really good.
Yeah.
For a first-year organization, we're really good.
Yeah.
We have a lot of confidence, but also know how to handle some adversity. But yeah.
So when you look at the team, and I don't know how this works, are you considered the veteran Because you've played so many places?
Yeah.
Is that how it works? Oh, that's interesting. And so you have to help the younger guys then?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice. So that's kind of builds like a family.
Yeah, just
feeling.
to elaborate on that point, because you bring up a great point. With our early onset recruiting, we really wanted to make sure we had that junior hockey experience in the locker room, being a first organization, especially stepping into such an established league. These guys understand what it takes, and there's a lot of maturity that comes with the process of playing juniors. As Sean talked about, playing in different places, it grows them off the ice. There's a lot of kids that come to us 17 years old, first time moving away from home. There's a transition period.
Yeah.
So you need that veteran presence in the locker room. So it was critical that we found those key components to really build the team around in regards to having that experience. Having guys like Sean amongst other guys in the locker room has been great for us. So
is this a scenario where you as Elmira Aviators need host families too?
It is something that we can do.
Yeah.
I know that we've made an outreach, but in this short window of time, end of April, and all of a sudden you're playing in September. There's a quick turnaround. So Elmira College has been gracious enough to let us stay there. So that's where
great.
Our players stay, which is a great situation because it's very similar to that they're going to be stepping into next year, playing NCAA hockey, living in the college dorms,
right.
And having that experience, walking over to the dining hall, all that. So we're super thankful to Elmira College for opening up their doors, and that's been a very positive experience.
And now what's it like being head coach for a team that's starting again from scratch?
It's an honor. It's an honor. This is now my third season doing so with the same ownership group as a whole. So when I got the call at the end of April, it was something that I knew that I needed to be a part of. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I've been here 2 times before, and it's very rewarding to see where you start and then where you finish.
Sure.
And the type of friendships that you make along the way, and it's something really, really special. And in fact, it's the only thing I know. I actually, in my junior hockey experience of coaching, I've only had first-year organizations, so it's kind of funny how those things work out.
Yeah.
But again, to see where you start and where you finish, and how the guys start as complete strangers, and then the types of relationships that are built throughout the course of the season. Ultimately, of course, we want to win, and there's other things involved in this too. But it's those relationships that I think mean more than anything.
Sure, lifelong friendships.
Lifelong friendships. Yeah. So, type of culture we're building, and it's definitely a privilege to be a part of this.
Sure. What led you to become a head coach?
I would say my playing career.
Yeah.
I played junior hockey. I played NCAA. I played professional. So I've always had the game a part of my life. My dad was a professional hockey player and grew up in that setting. And some of my greatest friends to this day were through the game. And
sure,
I just have a burning passion for it. And when you have an opportunity, as such, it's something that I didn't want to look back on years later and go, I didn't go for it.
Sure.
It's something that means the world to me, and and to be involved in the game and to see these great young men, even off the ice, these guys are great people, and to bring that team together, it's definitely incredibly rewarding. So that's definitely what drew me to it, and I'm having a great experience with it.
So tonight is the home opener for the Elmira Aviators. What can fans expect from the home opener, which puck drops at 7 p.m.?
I would say, excitement, a lot of energy, a lot of buzz, a lot of preparations going into it. I see the LECOM Event Center guys. I see our staff, our marketing, our production, everybody. I don't want to miss anybody here, but everybody's working towards putting on the great overall production.
Yeah.
I'd encourage everyone to come out, bring your family, bring your friends. It's a great family environment. LECOM does a great job putting on events. It's a great entertainment. It's if you're a fan of hockey, if you're not a fan of hockey, it's fast. There's energy. There's everything that you'd want in the game. There's physicality. There's speed. There's skill. And again, we're stepping into a very established league. These teams are very good, and these guys are going to be playing extremely high levels of hockey. So you're going to see a great product. You're going to see a lot of fun, a lot of energy, and I know just from talking to in-game productions, they want to make this an NHL environment. They want to do, there's 3 media timeouts. So during those 3 media timeouts, they're doing different events to make it entertaining, and they're doing chuck-a-puck in between the periods, and they're doing everything just to make it as fun as possible. So anything that we can do to get involved in the community and give back, we want to do, and we want to be a really big part of this community. So
I know you're biased, but I'll have to ask you too. How's the team look?
course, has bias, as you said. I'd say the team looks really, really good. We've had a strong start, 5 wins, 2 losses in our 7 games played, but this is where we start.
Yeah.
This is where we start, and not getting complacent and those types of things is critical. We have a lot of talent on our team. As a first-year organization, we don't have any returning players, right? So
right.
These guys were all strangers just 4 weeks ago.
Wow.
So, 6 weeks ago. So they've, we've really encouraged them getting to know each other on and off the ice, learning systems, learning how to trust each other, and I think the guys have been responding really well to that. So we haven't seen all the teams in our division yet. We did play in the Blaine, Minnesota showcase that had the which of NHL scouts, USHL scouts. Division I, Division III is one of the biggest showcases in all the United States.
Yeah.
We went 2-1 in there, but yeah, I think we have a lot of work to do. And again, we haven't played everybody in our conference, so we still have to figure out a lot of different things. But I would say all in all, very, very positive. Very positive.
How long is the total season?
Season starts beginning of September,
okay,
and it runs all the way to the beginning of April. So
oh, wow.
It's not a short sprint; it's a marathon.
Yeah.
And these guys are tested, we're tested, but I think that's also where the maturity comes in, and
Sure.
And that's where being consistent is one of the hardest things to do, and that's one of our messages throughout the course of the season is to find that consistency, whether it's in sports or not in sports. Maybe it's following a diet, etc. Right? Finding consistency can be challenging. So, by the end of the season, we see ourselves as a playoff team, and we're going to work every week towards that.
What does a typical week look like? Is there a lot of practice, a lot of games, the whole mix?
Yes. So these guys.
I should have asked you that, right?
Yeah.
It looks like you have an answer.
I'll start, Sean, and then you can go ahead and jump in on that. But we want to make sure these guys are prepared, not only for this season but also beyond.
Of course.
So they come here, ready to work. They're a little idle time, obviously for rest and those things. But for the most part, we have these guys moving. You'll start in the morning with a skills practice. You'll go, work out off ice at New York Sport and Fitness, right across the street, downtown Elmira. They do a phenomenal job. Yeah. So you get a chance to, sign up, go there. I definitely would recommend it. Beautiful facility. They'll get lunch at Elmira College or wherever see fit. They'll come back. We do another practice in the afternoon, more so around systems. And then sometimes we do, meetings from there. We do video meetings. We do all those different types of things. So these kids are incredibly committed to their craft.
Wow. That is amazing. Now, Sean, I wanted to ask you. Well, you can follow up on that too. What's a week look like for you?
I pretty much just Cody covered it.
Yeah.
So,
Monday,
Tuesday are battle days, and then those are the harder days, and then then Wednesday, Thursday are the more fun practices. Yeah. More over systems and stuff like that, and then Friday, Saturday are our games, which are probably the funnest 2 days of the week.
Sure.
And then Sunday's a day off. So you can just do whatever you want, hang out with the guys, go golfing.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And since this is such a new team, and like you said, you joined up around April, whatever the case might be. When you first get together as a team, is that like intimidating, almost like the first day of school, trying to get to know everybody?
It can be a little bit if you don't know anyone, but the guys have been so open. Yeah. And so
everybody's coming from the same position, really, right? No one knows each other.
Yeah. That's a great question. It's a great question. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I do want to jump on that note. Like you mentioned, everybody doesn't know each other,
right.
And that's been one of our messages amongst the many is that, it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to open up. It's okay, to feel a little uncomfortable. It's okay. You're human, right?
Yeah,
so, I think everyone's taken to that, and that's where those friendships and bonds are made. So that's definitely an element that makes us unique, right? That we're all from different backgrounds.
Yeah.
So sorry to jump in there, Sean.
All good.
Well, just before we go, tonight is the home opener, and that's at Lecom Arena, formerly First Arena. We're talking about the Elmira Aviators. Obviously, where is the best place to get tickets?
You can find tickets by coming to the arena on site. There's a ticket booth. You can also find tickets through our website, Lecom Events Center. You can reach out to us through social media. We have social media handles through Facebook and Instagram, Elmira Aviators. you can send us a direct message if need be, and we'll accommodate you however we can.
All right, everybody get out to the home opener. Guys, thanks so much for being on the show this morning, and best of luck in the season.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
All right, we'll be right back with Frankly Speaking here on WYDC TV. Big Fox, stay